Hello, students. Today we start a new topic, and that is a trial balance. Okay, chapter number 9. Okay, so in trial balance, first of all, we make the entry from the bill. So bill is the main documents. All of you know that. So from the bill, we are make the entry. Okay, and from entry, we are make the ledger posting. Okay, and from ledger posting, whatever balance we have, debit balance and credit balance, and that should be transferred to trial balance. Okay, so today we discuss the chapter about trial balance. So basically, in trial balance, in your syllabus, that in trial balance, the debit side, all the expenses, losses, and assets are recorded. On credit side, the income and profit is and liability is recorded. Okay, so basically, trial balance formula is that it is assets, losses, and expenses are recorded, and credit side income, profit, and liabilities are recorded. Okay, but in CBSE, there there is one question is that their transactions is given, and from transactions they made the entries, and from entries they make the ledger and posting, and from ledger posting they make the trial balance, and trial balance should be tally. Okay, that is a right procedure. Okay, but in your syllabus the trial balance, debit side, credit side, expenses and incomes are given. Just you have to divide the income and expenses, okay, assets and liabilities, and trial balance should be tally. Okay, so according to your syllabus, we are going through. Okay, so first of all, record the debit balance of trial balance. Okay, so whatever the assets and expenses comes on trial balance debit side, we are discussing first. Okay, so here first we start with the purchase. Purchase always have debit balance. Okay, and it should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, so purchase is also assets for us, because when we are purchasing finished goods, that is a stock for us. Okay, so it should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, second one is carriage inward. So when we are purchasing raw material or finished goods, at that time we are paying transportation cost, and that transportation is called carriage inward. Okay, so it should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, so basically all the main headings of expenses, example, purchase expenses, manufacturing expense, then administration expense, then selling and distribution expense, then financial expense and losses is record on balance trial balance debit side, plus assets. Okay, is record on trial balance debit side. Okay, so after carriage inward there is the octroi. Okay, octroi, when we enters any city, at that time we are paying tax. That's called octroi. But nowadays the octroi is not there. Okay, there is only one tax, and that's GST. Okay, so, but octroi is given in your syllabus. That's why we are discussing here the octroi. Okay. After that, that is a uh, manufacturing expenses. Okay, manufacturing expense, that is a, then if you talk about factory rent. Okay, suppose if your factory is on rent. Okay, so whatever rent we are paying. Okay, for in financial year, that is a factory expense, and that should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay. Next one. So, factory we are using fuel. Okay. Example, coal, electricity, then gas, whatever. Okay. So whatever fuel we use in the factory. Okay, that should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay. Then factory rent we already discussed. Okay. After that, office rent. Okay. Suppose if your office is on rent. Okay. So that should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, so after that, salary. Okay, so whatever salary we are paying to the employee, whatever salary we are paying to the employee, that is also expense for the business, and that should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, then after that, stationery and printing. Okay, stationery includes means whatever we required. For example, that is files. Okay, in office we required files. Okay, then that is a pains. Okay, then computer stationery. Okay, so whatever stationery we require, okay, in form of files, in form of computer stationery, that should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Printing. If we talk about printing, so printing has include huge expense. For example, suppose if you are involved in manufacturing expense, okay. Suppose if you are involving manufacturing expense, then you have to make printing of your product, and whatever products is contained of that. Okay, that should be recorded on the box of the product. Okay, so whatever printing cost is there, okay, it should be debit. It should be recorded on trial balance debit side. Okay, so in next video we are discussing the next expenses. Thanks a lot.